team fight better.
But yeah, Tundra all in on the CK just being the carry and double bans for the offlane.
10 seconds remaining.
Team Spirit need what?
5 seconds remaining.
Another tanky hero, but it's going to be offlane, so that's fine.
What about Tidehunter?
Is
that
Underlord?
by them?
I was thinking Underlord.
Underlord would be better.
Yeah.
He's not banned. I was thinking Underlord for him.
It's like
He's been picked a lot so far. I've seen him a lot in these games.
yeah, honestly, I wouldn't mind any of like the Underlord, the Tide style hero that can just park in front of a tower, soak up some of the time from Tundra, and just make it easy enough that they get their time.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, they throw CK
Offlane
offlane.
CK?
Yeah, I figured they would do this because I think the CK is just too addressed from the first 3 picks from Tundra. So I think this is actually a pretty cool adaptation. And this is a matchup, the Ursa versus Lycan. We used to see this, and it's an egg hitter, kind of in a way.
It also does allow Grim to lane with the CK as well in that regard.
10
True.
seconds remaining.
That's actually very
That's
true.
very potent.
This gives him a way to
I
take
don't like the
Roche.
term egg hitter because as an egg myself, it just seems like anti-flax violence.
Ooh, that last pick.
That Naga Siren is just blam straight in at the end there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of single target coming from Team Spirit, so the Naga's going to be really annoying to deal with here.
That was quick as well.
Yeah,
I feel like they baited them into that.
It's a strong pick because we mentioned at the start of the draft the fact that Spirit, they do rely on killing within the coil or killing within the initial jump. So now, just Pangolier, he'll enter the fight, start it. If they waste the spell, Naga just resets, waits with the song, even has the Aghanim to set up after the fact, and then they all kind of pile on in. And I hope to see Lycan get the Ags at some point and throw it onto the Naga as well, just for the fun of seeing that run around at a million miles per hour. But yeah, it's a nice reactionary pick.
There is so much minus armor on Tundra. We've got Riptide, we've got Howl, we've got Little Shredder, we've got Pango Lucky Shot. So Roche will die very quick in later stages. And on Spirit, they have good ways to fight around their towers, though. That's the one thing I'm looking at. But they don't have a way to deal with Naga if the game gets to the later stages.
Interesting.
It's going to be a harder game for 3-3 on the Lycan as well. That's the one lane that doesn't look so good for Tundra, is that Ursa should be able to win that. And a lot of the Ursa picks in this tournament so far have had like crazy good performances where they just pick it late in the draft and you're like, okay, maybe it's not the best hero, but we're going to now crush your offlaner, transition to a fast Roche, and then start tempoing the game and die a few times. And he's got decent solutions against the Nog. He can't kill the illusions very well, but he can stay alive against a lot of the team fight disables that Tundra throws out.
Okay, Kev, so before we throw very quickly, one word, who do you think's got the better draft here? Who's more likely to win?
Tundra.
Tundra? T?
It's a Tundra.
Tundra? Tundra Fogged? He's also saying Tundra. Well, panel is unanimous.
Spirit wins.
Spirit is going to win. We're going to throw it over to our casters, OD and Jenkins.
Thank you very much, Ted. Yes, we're getting ourselves ready here for game 1 between Tundra and Team Spirit. Jenkins, we've heard what the panel's had to say.
Yes.
What do you sort of make of these drafts?
I like them both. I think there are options for both. You know, you have the Ursa plus Grimstroke combo. That's going to be devastating in the late game. You have the Naga Song into Egg combo, which we were talking about. All of this minus armor. I think both teams have timings, which would make sense. This is, tier 1 major Dota we're looking at.
Yeah, these are the good squads there.
Prepare for battle.
Champions. TI Team Spirit against Tundra, a squad that's been doing very, very well so far. And the wins that they've had have been incredibly convincing and impressive. So it's going to be a real sort of test to see here if Spirit can hold off against that sort of mid-game that Tundra has just been rolling teams over with. And even then, of course, this time around, Tundra having a bit of a fallback in the fact that Skeeter on the Naga Siren, as long as he gets that farm and he doesn't get shut down in the early stages, he's going to be annoying right up until the late moments.
Yeah, he's like the one guy that makes this hero look extremely good. He goes for, Aghanim Scepter. I remember there was a while there that there was a Bloodthorn build that he was doing. I don't know how much he'll go for that with the change, but like he basically goes for items that let him kill people. And I think that's a big problem. Oh, okay, they're actually going to go here. On what we got.
They're getting a kill out of this one. But the 4 of them, he's got the dive snaking, the orbs coming in. He wants to go for it, Toronto, Tokyo, but that's actually going to cost him a lot of things. He's dead. All right, snaking, ladies and gentlemen, first blood for him. Yeah. I mean, you got to be those tier 2. They do so much. And poor Toronto, Tokyo, he went for it, but Fairy Fire and snaking. He'll be very, very happy with that one.
I mean, 172 damage per hit on those tier 2s. That's 1/4 of Puck's HP. Like, that is just...
Well, Jenkins, am I stupid? Because why did he not get any XP?
The Phoenix didn't get XP. because I think he was out of range.
But he got the kill. Oh, I guess
he got the kill. He got the reward, the
reward, but not the...
Because he had hit him within like the last 30 seconds or whatever the window is. But XP is just a range.
True, but I thought when you get the kill, you get the XP glow.
I think you have to actually get the last hit.
You actually have to get...
Yeah, you actually
even though it's... Okay, yeah, interesting. All right, well, there you go. No XP, but a bit of money. That's all you want at the start of the game.
Yeah, what is he going to actually send out for this is the question. Probably more regen. I can't click on it because... yeah, some regen, ring of protection, just some value items for the laning stage. Phoenix, a 1 armor hero.
And what do you reckon about this lane? Like, is this a lane where Spirit's going to be able to set up and go for kills, or is he just all about protecting collapse here? I mean, how aggressive can they get against the Naga early on?
You know, I've definitely, like, you can see right there, the damage from the CK stun, the magic damage, it's a lot more than I think a lot of people expect. Because this is like a physical damage here. You'd think the Naga does very well against it, but now CK Bane could definitely still pressure this lane depending on how, the first few waves go.
Okay. And here we go in the mid matchup. Toronto, Tokyo, Puck against Nine's Pango. Well, what do you sort of make of these two mids right now, player-wise and hero-wise?
I think both should do fine. As in the bottom lane, Mira. The Wolves are going to chase him to the tower.
He's going to have that one wolf on him, yeah.
He is tangling up pretty quickly. He's got the armor from the tower as well. That's going to help.
Yeah, we see 33 as well. Just hold back the Wolves. No, and he wouldn't get the kill out of that and doesn't want to feed them away.
At 33 can definitely go down in this lane if he's not too careful. Yatoro can get a couple of stacks on him, especially with the Grimstroke Inkswell. Like, there is kill threat, but you're always going to be using those wolves to just kind of, try to poke away from range, keep your distance. Just throwing out casual stuns for harass. I like that a lot. Like I said, it actually does a lot of magical damage.
CS-wise, having a bit of a lead there on that top lane collapse, only by a couple. And probably will start turning things around now that Skeeter's got his illusions out. And do a bit better with pushing back Miposhka as well, in particular, making it hard for this Bane to stand to the front and harass the two of them. Snaking actually getting in aggressively onto Miposhka with the dive. Should be okay, still has Nightmare for control if he wants to hold back the Phoenix. And the illusions, a little time out, but a lot of damage done. So, doesn't seem like a lane where the Bane's going to have too much fun. He's going to set up a bit of a turnaround though. And in fact, Snake King, both spells are still on cooldown, so this should be a dead Phoenix. Never mind. Miposhka, he'll be the one having the last laugh there as Team Spirit. Now take down Snake King.
That seems to be why they've put Miposhka in this lane instead of Mira, because the Bane setup onto the Phoenix seems a lot better than the Grim setup onto the Phoenix. And I don't think you're going to be killing a Naga up here with the Grim Stroke. But bottom lane, if you throw that Inkswell on Yatoro, maybe he can actually pick up a kill. Well, that one doesn't connect.
He's actually going to end up taking a lot of damage in return here as he attempts to back off. 33 with the walls. Setting him up for that blast. Won't quite kill him, but keeping Yatoro very, very low down here.
Yeah, this lane's going extremely well for Tundra. And I feel like this should be a pretty tough one. Inkswell and Ursa, I mean, that's a pretty damn scary combo.
Shoots off. Once again. Good damage onto Skeeter. The illusions now once more pushing Miposhka back. Just keeping Spirit low, making it a little harder for Miposhka to stick around for setup. And Skeeter, how are they doing on the regen side for Tundra? They've just got the tangos between the two of them, Snaking, passing them over. Final salve, but quick brain stab comes in. Make sure the Skeeter doesn't get the full benefit of that salve. Bottom lane. We'll get that kill on Mira, so that's sort of the micro. And again, the play from these two, 33 and Zaxa. Really amping up the pressure, and again, just Yatoro taking huge amounts of harassment here from 33 and his Wolves.
That death honestly might have been a like pseudo-suicide, where it's like, okay, I'm just gonna play aggressive because Spirit's not doing well on regen in this bot lane. Like, we saw that with the body blocking from 33 especially, with the Wolves, like, the amount of damage that they got from that trade was just It was too much. Somebody needed to die, and obviously you don't want it to be your Toro.
So Yatoro there charging straight at Saxon, maybe seeing if he can get a chance to get in on top of him. They've got the raindrop out on him now, so they'll have a bit better protection against the nuke from that blast of Saxa. That's 9. Smash in the mid. As you see, taking a small camp as well from Toronto, Tokyo. 39 CS is there's going to be one incredibly farmed Pango.
I think not.
Even having the Saxa Snapfire showing up. And so at this point, 33. Looks like he's got to the stage where he's more than happy to be left on his own.
And I just watched something small but kind of cool on the top lane. I just watched Skeeter go and farm a jungle camp quickly, and Snake King took the lane for just like a second because it was a Satyr camp. And it's just a little efficiency thing where, like, obviously Phoenix is perfectly comfortable pushing out this lane, just constantly pulling it back. So if there's a lot of pressure up here, Skeeter can just go jungle on Naga, and Snake King can take the lane. But just seeing that happen for like a brief moment when there's a good jungle camp is cool. Just efficiency. Oh, trying to use it on the wall.
And they've got the silence to the start. Saxa, so Yatoro is going to attempt to turn, run down the Snapfire. Oh, they hit the mic on 33. Blocking off Yatoro there. As much as he tried to, couldn't quite get past the invisible walls to get that last hit on Saxa.
Nine,
and now he might be in trouble himself.
Nine is here too.
They've got the cookie again. There's the setup. 9 in with Swashbuckle and the shield crash. Tundra, they clean up the two of them. They're playing this bottom half of the map in this laning stage perfectly. They're getting into the heads of Spirit and Yatoro and Mira. They're getting tripped up completely.
Yeah, and that's on the catapult wave too. Like, you can see the catapult hitting mid. 9 goes to defend that, and then bot 33, he's got his to work with. If you TB back into this lane as Yatoro and you die, like, this could be disastrous.
It's rough, yeah. You've got to be careful. I mean, 33, you can tell already. He's on top form here with the micro this morning.
Yep. He is rushing Vlad.
He's got it done right.
He's actually not going for the Dom build. He's going Vlad's first, which makes a lot of sense. The item was just buffed. Costs like 300 gold less. The upgraded Vlad's is excellent if you want to go for the raid pack with damage reduction. Helm Dom 2 gives you more regen as well. Like, everything about this item has been buffed in the past, so
are fortified.
I like it.
As you can see there on the net worth, Yatoro really is having the roughest time in the lanes. Mid, Toronto having to drop the Dream Coil here at the threat being dove. Should be able to get a kill out of this one. Team Spirit, they'll bring a both supports, but Poshgrim Mirror to help out. Bug is getting removed though. In fact, with the Rolling Thunder, Saxa, he's going to be covered. 9 comes in to make sure the Saxa's able to step out. They'll end up getting the kill on Maposhka, and Spirit, they won't end up actually getting anything from that attempt in the mid lane with the 2 supports turning up. 9, he's also chasing out Mira. Mira's got the X-Bomb with the DD and a shield crash. 9, he picks up another 3-0-1 now, killing Spirit for the mid Pango. Tundra continuing to just step things up here in this early game, something that we've got used to seeing from them. And so far, it looks like Spirit, they're struggling to slow them down or to deal with this pressure.
There's going to need to be a lot of TPs down here to add another play on him. They're just going to let him die. Okay, they just let him die. I mean, it's crazy to see like a carry left for dead, but when you see a play like that happening, how many TPs need to come in to stop 9 from killing Yatoro there? Like, it would need to be the whole team.
I mean, they're going to be able to take this tower, right? There's no way that Spirit try and put any defense together here for this one.
33 is going for Vlad's AC. Wow.
Dude, and at this rate, it's going to be a very fast Vlad.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And man, now that I'm thinking about it, Naga's Siren too, like, you're going to build all stat items for the most part, right? So you're amplifying the base damage of that from Vlad's.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Plus the AC minus armor, like, you're really buffing up this Naga.
You see in the mid, Spirit really wanting to try and look for some action. They get the setup with the Dream Coil, they're in, they burst through Snaking, they'll turn over towards 9. It's going to be Nightmare, but there's not enough damage to finish him off straight away. So 9's going to be okay. It's just the kill on Snaking they're able to achieve with that one.
Tokyo's going for it.
He wants much more than just that support kill.
Amazing what you'll find.
The chances of him getting it, it's kind of low. 9. He's going to head over, he's going to hope for a 10-minute power rune. They'll try and put a stop to that as they'll jump forward. Collapse also coming in, and with the rift, they will manage to shut him down. They can finally kill off the Pango. Kisses though.
I do not
He's got
know.
He's dead. There's nothing to save him from that.
Fans in the fire.
Even when they're getting the kill, here finally onto that 9 mid Pango, it's still costing them the life of Toronto Tokyo. Saxa picks up a very nice bit of solo action with the ultimate.
Yeah, that's just insanely high skill stuff from Saxa.
He has got the ult to rely on. He's probably going to need to pop it for the damage reduction. He'll try and pop it and turn, but they're playing off the side, and the walls, they're still on top of him. So when the ult comes to an end, he's got nothing to protect himself from the bite of 33's wolves.
Saxa might.
No, he's fine. Snaking's here, and the wolves, the cookie. It's on the two of them again. Spirit, they just can't catch a break here in this early game, Jenkins.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, Saxa's just playing out of his mind. I hit the roll. Now we have a bit of a bouncing action.
Unfortunate for 9 there. Caught on the little edge of the stairs, so Toronto Tokyo's going to be fine.
Uh-oh, he's getting coiled.
He might be in trouble himself. We'll get the shield crash off onto the two of them. Yatoro's TP'd over. And at the ult from the side, anything else to protect 9? There isn't. He goes down. Bit of a miss there, a misplay with the Rolling Thunder. Cost him his life at the end of the day. A big kill for Spirit.
Yeah, there's just so much going on in this game. Like Tundra, they always do this. They constantly pressure, even in multiple places at once, and then, you know, go in to try to bail each other out. Like if 9 can get the swashbuckle off towards the egg, then that play is like another disaster for Spirit. But this is just Tundra gameplay. This is what they do. Like they completely push their limits. They go for these like crazy dives, like we saw in the bot lane, and it can give Spirit an opening back into the game, getting kills like that. But also, it is one of the most oppressive feelings in a game to have a team playing like this against you. It just feels like you can't do anything anywhere.
Yeah, in particular for Yatora, they've got to try and find this Ursa some space.
Under attack.
Yeah, he's not had an easy lane.
No.
He's been given he's been dealt a very tough hand with what he had against him. So he needs time, he needs space. And we'll see if the rest of Spirit's able to create that for him. Collapse. He's still having a great time. He's top net worth right now. So this CK could definitely be the power that allows Spirit to get through this rough portion of the game.
Yep, and he went for the armlet build on Collapse, so he's a carry. You know, no drum CK in this game, so this hero can scale. He can definitely make space for Yatora. It might even get to the point that he doesn't need to make space for Yatora, because it's a CK. Like this is a carry.
He could be the carry.
Yeah.
Dire's
Highest
tower is under
damage hero, highest carry damage hero in the game without a rapier. Like the hero's
Radiant's
insane.
middle tower is under attack.
But you obviously want your Ursa to have a, you know, have a game at least.
See Tundra trying to take control, get the vision set up here in Team Spirit's triangle. With less of this area that Yatora needs to get around to find that recovery farm.
I can't believe I'm seeing a Lycan without Helm Dom. It just feels wrong.
We'll go fight time. Mirror. He's going to have a problem here with the wolves on his tail.
My brush falters.
Radiant's bottom tower
Go for the
is
quick
under
kill.
attack.
Yeah, that's a freebie. Lycan pick was amazing. I mean, I think Grimstroke, like the third highest win rate hero against Grimstroke in the game, or maybe he's even like top 1 is Lycan. Like it feels so bad playing Grimstroke against Lycan. You think like, oh, of course Lycan has summons. Grimstroke presses Q, it kills the summon. Nah, it doesn't work like that. You just mangle Grimstroke. It feels so bad. Bane as well. Too much of a single target hero.
Very close to having the vessel done on Toronto Tokyo. A smoke. Out from Tundra. They have the Supernova. No Rolling Thunder. Still on cooldown here after 9. Tempted to use it mid, but that may mean that Spirit's not quite prepared for this. Smoking up themselves. Well, they can do this. Try to whip the grip off the net. Still one on the building, but the cookie's still off. And out to the side, the Supernova's there. They're not able to spend resources focusing the edge. They'll have to step out to the side. They get the kill on 9, and they'll keep their distance. They're happy with that one, Spirit.
A great instant grip from Miposhka. The one problem with Tundra's draft is the only thing that they really have to interrupt the cookie is, I mean, you know, Song, Pango rolls, like it's like 2 ultimates or a cookie. Like that's it. So You grip him, you kill him before he can get the roll off, and the fight looks really nice until Naga starts showing up.
I mean, because that's the thing, right? Would you imagine once, well, now the Manta's there, and then now, you know, 600 gold or so, the AC will be done on 33. At that point, is Skeeter turning up and pushing with these auras from the Lycan?
I think it's worth trying. It's worth running at a tower, maybe running at Roshan. If you get Aegis, then of course, you know, all guns blazing, like just run everywhere together. But yeah, I think it's worth trying. And if the fight goes about even, then you say, okay, we'll wait until the Orchid on Naga, and then we'll go. But it's worth an attempt for sure. I mean, it's just too powerful auras. Like it's too strong to not give it a go.
9 and Snaking on the hunt. This time 9, the one with the ult at the ready, and he'll drop it straight away. Make sure. Mira, well, especially to try and dodge around the stairs. Will still die. Skeeter coming in to join for the lockdown. Creep wave pushing over. They should be able to have a chance of crashing this tier 1 tower.
It's not really the hero they would like to kill. That's ideal for Spirit, that a support walks in and soaks that gank. However, you are dying in front of the Roche pit to a Lycan with a Vlad already, and almost AC. Actually, he's got the full AC completed on his career.
So there's 16-minute AC Vlads.
Yeah. Yeah. And Sox is actually maxing out Little Shredder. Doesn't give any more armor loss.
What, time to take objective, what, time to take Roche,
yeah,
towers. They're going to fall very, very quickly.
They will,
Radiant's top tower is under
cooldown on it
attack.
helps you with taking this objective.
And that's going to be pretty nasty. I mean, for Spirit, right, they outside of the Ursa, they have got 5 presence, especially around the power of Collapse of CK. But for this Ursa, you know, of course, going for the Battle Fury build, he's not going to be ready for quite some time to turn up to these defenses.
Yeah, our boy has Perseverance, Broadsword, and I mean, he's almost got the Battle Fury, but when you go for the build, you need +2 items after the Battle Fury, like probably BKB Blink?
You know, without a doubt, it is the right build to go for in this game. It's just, you know, it's a question of whether Spirit's going to be able to keep this game going long enough for Yatoro to be able to carry. He needs time. And at the moment, Tundra, they're showing no intention of slowing down.
No. And that's where the AC Vlad's build comes in. I mean, you're just going to do insane tower damage with that build. It syncs up better with the Naga. It's instead of playing to be this, like, I have a helm on, I'm going to solo carry the game. You're banking on your Naga to carry the game.
Nice to go in the mid. This is definitely the core to find to start things off. Collapse, as we talked about, he's the strongest hero they have right now, gets taken out. Nine's also able to roll over. Fireman Posca in the drill, and Yatoro just getting chased back to the base. Will pop the ult to survive here. But Tundra, they got the job done. They pushed back on a couple of areas of Spirit. Now there's no chance of Spirit being able to hold the tier 2 mirror. Getting dove here under the tier 3 9 with another swing button in a second, maybe. Does he want to dive for this? Oh, that's going to be off the mark there. There's still the illusions and the burn. It's going to end up killing it. If Mirror goes down, Tundra, they're up to the tier 3s, forcing out the fortification. We're just 18 minutes in, but you can see that Tundra, they've got the plan set. They want to close this game up in the next 5.
I feel like Tundra is going to be the reason that towers are just going to multi-shot by default. Like that's gonna be a nerf at some point. Yeah. Because all these guys do is they take one pick off and then they realize, hey, you're 4v5, you don't want to buy back, you're not ready to fight this. They just dive into your tier 3s and kill you. And if you buy back, they escape at 10% HP, maybe lose a supporter. Sometimes it's 9 that goes down, but it's so punishing to make teams bleed like that, you know, because people were setting up in those tier 3s, so you just go in there, you dive, and you kill them.
Collapse really wants to fight here. Go for center, but they've gone back. It's a hard fight for Spirit straight away. Mephoshi gets caught by the Rocky Thunder. They're over to Collapse. I mean, you see at this point, it's kind of like Spirit. They're trying to find an answer. They're trying to make these moves. It's getting a little too much for them. And I think they're running out of options, Jenkins.
And 9 does lose the Aegis, so that's if they kill him again.
And they're about to run a trick in the tree.
He was on it.
It's looking rough here, Jenkins. Is there any way Spirit can slow this down?
Oh man, I would say like exactly what Toronto Tokyo was trying to go for there. Like he was going to go cut the next wave. With that's how you slow this down. You're never fighting this ball right now. Like, even Saksa,
Radiant's
15
bottom tower
armor
has
on a
fallen.
Snapfire.
Radiant's
Like,
bottom
Collapse
tower
is huge, and he did
I mean,
almost no damage to him.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
You had to cut the creep wave, but he dies doing that. And actually, I thought there was an Orchid that already came out. He finally completed. Peter just killed him with the ensnare.
It was just ensnares over walk and find victories, yeah.
He just found them. Because Skeeter knows that's the only counterplay to this. There's no fighting this. I mean, it's delaying.
Yeah, this is pretty insane here from Tundra. We've seen play some fast games. We'll see Spirit try and put an effort to stop this, but Skeeter here with his first song of the game. He's ready to stop that attempt, and they're ready to turn around. The Kingers are coming out, the Rolling Thunder as well. Both supports dead. Toronto, Tokyo, he's got it all back to the high ground. And they just cannot keep their racks alive. The mid-set taken out. 20 minutes in, 2 sets of racks done. We've seen Tundra come in with some fast games, but here in the playoffs, the first game, they're stepping it up to another level, Jenkins.
Yeah, this is insane. And Spirit has looked incredibly good. This looks like a good Spirit draft, too. They have the duels got him. This is over. This is not looking recoverable.
No.
Like, you need to do some crazy wave-cutting shenanigans with Toronto, Tokyo, but now you're dealing with 2 lanes of super creeps. Like, Puck is not even going to one-shot these waves with your 2 abilities at this point.
Yeah, this is seeming wild stuff. I mean, to the point where I feel like this was one of the things, like, before this event, some people were maybe expecting to see, right, these sort of wild death pushes that would group up, end the game within 25 minutes. Are we going to see more teams try for this style of play that Tundra seems to have really locked down?
Oh, definitely. I love this, by the way, that Skeeter, he had the opportunity to Orchid Toronto, Tokyo there on the puck, and you'd think, oh, Orchiding a puck, of course I'm going to go for the puck, it's the mid laner. But he realizes that the only way Spirit's going to play got the sword behind the dream call as well. Skeeter's out to the side to pull it back with the rift. Skeeter will go down. If they can get someone else, they've got the grips. Onto Saxa. A buyback, it's going to come out for Skeeter. I mean, you know, Skeeter feels that if they can win a team fight, they'll be able to end the game. So Spirit, if they could just get out of this, might have a chance to hold on, but Collapse, he's been caught in the river. The CK goes down. It was a buyback, so maybe a little bit of a win condition. Maybe a not lose in the next minute condition. If they can kill Skeeter again, it's a glimmer of hope, for sure. And you could see that the reason Collapse goes in and dies there is because he wants that kill right then and there. Because if they get the kill on Skeeter, yeah, exactly, you have to go for it. That was an opportunity because there's all the chaos of the team fight. Now you need more chaos to ensue. You need some other crazy fight where Skeeter gets caught out, which might not happen if Tundra is careful.
Radiant's top tower.
Let's see what Tundra's approach is going to be now that that buyback has been used by Skeeter themselves. Are they going to try and just all-in push it to that 3rd set, or will they actually calm things down a little bit? Roshan, we'll see in a couple of minutes if it will be a shorter respawn. So interesting to see now what Tundra's approach will be whilst in this bit of a window where things could get a little risky if Skeeter gets killed off.
Yeah, the name of the game is basically you just sit in the triangle, farm as much of the map as you can if you're Tundra, and then whenever Spirit goes to leave the base, the farm, then you kill them. I like what Spirit's doing, by the way. They're just smoking out, like, purely to get some position. They're just trying to get Yatoro into the enemy triangle so he can continue farming. This is not really a play that they're looking to, like, get any kills or go for any team fights, because they know if the fight is on equal terms, like, Tundra's going to win with this advantage that they have. And so Tundra, they're looking for the pickoffs right now. That's what they want. And they want to farm as much of the map as they can. And with the Naga, that's pretty easy. Naga Lycan, you've got all these summons to work with. Every single wave is going to be cut.
Very close to their next big item. Skeeter nearly having the Aghanim's. BKB, I believe, has just been finished on 33. On Spirit's side, Yatoro, he will have the BKB for the next fight. Ooh, collapse of the TP. Oh, that was
Good for me.
That was spicy. Very close. They're still looking for him.
My vigor was never in question.
Yeah, he took a real risky TP, and they thought, like, nah, this guy's gonna keep running. He's got the blink dagger. He risked it all. Yeah, 33 Tundra. They're gonna wait for Roche. 33 actually ended up going for the Wraith Pact, by the way. Just seems like the item of the tournament. That damage reduction. Now that that finally got fixed and buffed as well. Seems like a very solid item.
We got smoke time from Spirit. This time round, I think they're looking for a kill. It is coming up to that point where Roshan potentially will respawn. We'll see how long it's going to be. It's going to be a short respawn. 20 seconds. So whoever takes the next team fight might just get it. Spirit, they're going to head over to... If they hang around here long enough, they might actually get a chance to sneak it in.
Yeah, that would be some insane timing. They have the heroes for it.
They're going to reveal their position now here as they're going to face here to Jackson. Miposhka on him back, snaking with the Nightmare, but of course 33, he'll run down the Bane. Miposhka will protect himself a little bit with the Ghost Scepter, but he'll still die. That's Miposhka gone. We might see some buybacks from Spirit if they want to put an effort into fighting around this pit, but as Mirror goes down, he's out for 50. No buyback on him, Collapse. Look at the grab over to the side, but the Supernova's there. They've killed 9. Get more focus there. Having the run, in fact, they're opting to TP out. Collapse, he'll bail out of this one. Same for Yatoro. They will manage to get out here. All 3 cores of Spirit will live.
And the shield crash, damage reduction on top of the raid pack, but he almost survived that on 9. He was taking so little damage in that fight. I love that 9 just still charges up the high ground too. He's like, I don't give a shit if I die here. It doesn't matter if he dies. Like, man, that's an Ursa and an SRK with 3 illusions. How the hell do you survive that? The damage reduction is just wild. And of course, damage reduction stacks additively, so you can very easily, between the Wraith Pact and the...
Zora, I need some help here as Tundra, and they're on the chase.
They're out, man. Spirits. Poshka's certainly dead. He's just trying to make space.
Some gone, but they still have buyback. So when the push comes in from Tundra, Spirit will be able to get the full team back in play. They'll smoke up themselves, maybe prepared for if Tundra do sort of push out a little too casually onto the high ground and the heroes fall low.
Yeah, I like that Spirit is just chain smoking. They realize that the more late this game gets, the harder it's gonna get. So they're just going for every opportunity.
Torres got put the BKB. The BKB trying to punch the skin. They get a dream call in the back punch, but the song comes out just in time to protect Snaking. Snaking will live a little longer. Yatoro's getting doped though. The ults come to an end. So's the BKB as he goes down. A second buyback. A kill stack to the side. And Collapse can find another target. It's up in the air. Alto's going to be thrown. Collapse. Trying to put it up to 9. He's caught the Panda. They're the each-one still on the 33 team. Spirit, they're doing it. They're holding on here as 33 will get taken down by Yatoro. Snaking, first by the Elysium. Skeeter, the last one left alive here. And on his own, they may be able to... Can they take him down twice?
Radiant's middle tower
Controls there for Toronto.
Collapse is blinking 3 seconds.
Closing in. Should be able to close the gap if he wants to.
Oh, I guess it's wrong. He went left.
Skeeter will live, but Spirit did cost them, of course, a couple of buybacks, but showing that they can still beat back against Tundra and push them away from the base.
Yeah, Spirit is... For being this far behind, they're basically playing perfectly. Like, this is exactly what you need to do if you're behind. You can't just wait. You can't just sit in your base twiddling your thumbs. They're constantly going for plays, and they're jumping the backliners with puck. They're hitting double coil, double ink swell. They're killing the heroes that matter first. There's no other way to do it. If you don't do exactly that in the fight, the game just ends there. So they're clawing back. They're playing very well for being behind like this.
Absolutely, we've seen... Yeah, well, you know, the score alone is something to tell the stories, but many a team has buckled under the pressure from Tundra. This game, Spirit holding on.
You know, Spirit does have overwhelming damage once they get to the late game. You know, between CK and Ursa, you're never going to lack damage, even against a Naga Siren, who you would think, you know, is pretty happy to be in this game. Physical damage heroes versus the, you know, heroes very high armor. Yep. Still, it's too much physical damage that she can still die if she gets caught out.
I mean, this is going to be the test here now for Spirit. This is the fight that they have to do it even better than the last one. Because this time round, Aegis is still there for Skeeter under a couple of minutes. But of course, last fight, they had to use the buyback on Yatoro. So they've got to do it with one life. This time round with the Earth. The Yatoro to the front. The BKB is built up on Skeeter. So Skeeter will get taken down pretty quickly the first time. Now he has to back off. BKB comes to an end. He'll pop the ult. 9 staying on top of him, but there's the hold. The Vodka versus 5. Pull down for the BKB on Yatoro.
20 seconds on collapse. Phantasm as well. They really definitely need that damage. I think they're gonna be able to wait for that.
They jump. Trying to set things up in the Inks well, and they have to back off. Tundra still in position to keep this push going. Phantasm up from collapse. See what target he can find. I'll get the stuns off on the 33. No, BKB's there. 33 wants to push up for the Megas. Toronto trying to get with the jump in. He's caught by the stuns. Will quickly remove it with the Yule.
Oh, almost gets the cookie.
Jump off, big aggression in line. Three of them. He collapsed. Trying to Yatoro. He's in. He's beating into 33. 33 will back off in time. Yatoro, you'll have to be careful. 2 seconds till BKB. He'll be okay, but the Rags may not. Melee Rags starting to be heavily focused by Sierra stats. There'll be a buyback from collapse, but the Rags have taken down Spirit. They have to get kills now if they want to keep this game going. But over to the side, collapse getting controlled by the Rolling Thunder. 9 bounces over towards Yatoro under the tier 4s. Collapse does a dieback on him. Mirror also falls to the swashbuckler. The Dream Claw's there, but the song from Skeeter helping Tundra stay safe and be able to back off after taking the Megas.
Applause. Yeah, they're just mode chill now. I think, you know, Team Spirit, they do have a Battle Fury on their Ursa, so they're more than happy to deal with Mega Creeps. Actually, maybe happy is the wrong word. Maybe they're not happy to deal with Mega Creeps, but...
Never a situation you want to be in.
No.
But, not a situation that's impossible to get out
Not
of.
impossible.
It's not impossible here for Spirit.
But Tundra...
Close to impossible, but well, Gaben says it is. There's 0% there on the win process.
Oh, no.
I'd give these boys a healthy 2%.
I mean, these are the TI winners. Come on.
And with the way that they've been playing so far,
Just go for the courier instead. It's got the gem on it. That's actually a pretty big kill.
Radiant's
It was
courier
just hidden by the trees. Yeah, that's actually a big kill.
Radiant's courier.
What's the gem cooldown like? Do they have another gem? They do have another gem on Spirit if they want one. I mean, not that it's that useful anymore. Like, they can't get out of their base with these Megas, so you don't really need a gem. But you are feeding one to Tundra, so Tundra's not gonna, you're not gonna get any deep wards up. By deep, I mean just outside of your own base. It's alright. That's as deep as it gets.
It's a quick blast to the face there from Saxa. Trying to poke out. And the BKB on the ult from Yatoro. He's keeping his cool though. He's holding on to both of them. Has got that shard with the earth shot. And some sort of protection. Nice, just in. He's in with the Thunder. Great ult to the 2 supports. Getting the angle here to catch both Miposhka and Mirrors. Mirrors gone. Miposhka will live. Tokyo trying to get in the face of Saxa on the back lines. A reset out of there. Tundra, they'll keep the push on. One final tier 4 standing between them and the Ancient. 33 Skeeter, they're looking to close it. They've got anyone to push them off the base. Yatoro's going to jump in, try and come in. Collapse to the side. He's focusing faster, but the Ancient getting crushed down by 33. It's over. Tundra will take this game 1. Man, Tundra's looking really good. They're looking amazing. I love the way that they see